How you guys doing? I'm trying to explain these pull rings, these D rings for your couch or recliner. And I have some experience with it. I'll put a link down to the one that I bought, which might be a little better. This is the old one, the first replacement that I bought. It lasted a little under 2 years. And as you can see, it had this white plastic sleeve on it to help, I think, make it slide easier, but it was flawed from its design. It has a little metal catch that's stuck down in there that I can't show you easily right now, that would get caught on this lip. As you can see, it actually wore this groove in there over the 2 years. And what would happen is you pull to release your footrest, and then as it retracted on its own from the spring, it would catch right here, and then you couldn't lock the footrest in place, and you had to stick your hand in there and jimmy it so it would snap off the lip and fall back in there and release and the lock and allow it to lock again. So that was frustrating. So to understand these things, the overall length, as you can see, you want to measure your old one and get your length as close as possible. You know, mine I think was 32 inches roughly. And then you want this retraction length they talk about, the other length that they describe. And I think mine was like 3.5 or 3.25 inches or something. And then this thing is called the S fastener, I guess, or hook, whatever. So that's because it's shaped like an S. So this is one measurement, the pull length, and then your overall length. And I would recommend not buying this silly little one with the nylon sleeve because it catches. So that being said, I'll show you what I had to do to get my couch back in order for the second time. So obviously it's under there. It's hard to see, but I'll use a flashlight, and I just flip my couch on its back when I'm doing this, but you can see right there, that's where it mounts in. You can see the plastic thing at the left side of the spring is the little clip that goes into the metal hole. That thing's a little tough to get out, so be sure you want it in there. And then you're gonna have to learn how to fish it by maybe copying the other side of the couch. I have another pull tab on my other side of the couch that I was able to copy the pathway or use your old pathway to guide you. You can see I went up under the cushion there. And then, you know, your S-clip plugs in, as you can see down there. And so that's how you release this thing. So that's the pull length you need. You can see that S-clip can go in either hole. There's 3 holes there. And so that being said, I want to show you my cable that I bought. I think is a little better. It doesn't have that silly plastic sleeve that gets caught. It's just cable, which I think will last a little better. See if I can shine this for you. You can see this one just has cable. There's nothing to catch. So now it retracts on its own, works better. The other trick I had to learn is that when they built this thing or put it together, obviously they had it apart when they mounted this. So they were able to screw this thing, the mounting plate, if you can see that, to the actual chair frame, this side of things. So it would move with the chair as the chair moved. I couldn't get in there because I wasn't going to disassemble this whole side of the couch. This thing would have to come off, I think, to get in there. So I had to mount it to the wall, which still works. So you can feel around and find some wood that's solid, and you can just mount it in there. And it lasted almost 2 years with the previous one. And the previous one, as I mentioned, only failed because of that plastic sleeve. So hopefully that helps you guys. These are the D handles. Please subscribe. I appreciate it. And there's a link down below to the one that I purchased, and it was the most affordable of all of them. So actually the least expensive one was probably engineered the best. And I actually bought a $35 one from what they said was OEM to Tootsie, and that was the worst. It was an identical one to the last one. Thank you, and hope that helps. Take care.